Let's see if we can help you find your dream chicken of the woods.
Hey gosh.
I was not expecting to find those so coming out here.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome back to Teach a Man to Fish channel. In today's video, we're going to be eating wild chicken of the woods mushrooms. Let's go ahead and get started. The woods are starting to get comfortable. You've got some time to get out, and maybe it's even deer season, so it's a convenient time to be out getting some scouting done. It's the perfect time for you to be in the woods hunting up some mushrooms. It can be a bit nerve-wracking knowing what you're looking for.
It looks like chocolate chips on top.
But there's apps out there now that aren't the be-all end-all, but they can help you identify and steer you away. Fortunately, chicken of the woods is one of those mushrooms that are pretty hard to mess up. You just never know what you're going to see while you're in the woods. It's a great time to be out learning, experiencing. So can these mushrooms make you sick? There are cases where some people react to the sulfur that's in these mushrooms. As a matter of fact, I'll write the name of it down here, the scientific name of this mushroom. But some people have a reaction. We've never eaten these before, so we're gonna go ahead and do some tests, especially with my son, because he's had a sulfur reaction in the past. Yeah, you definitely don't want to eat them raw. You need to eat them cooked. Again, it's not the be-all, end-all, but with the apps, it can help get you close. And there's all kinds of support now in social media where you can post a picture of a mushroom and help get identification. So in the fridge, chicken of the woods will last maybe 2 weeks, and it's degrading quality from there. Obviously, the first day or two is when you're gonna get the best quality, the most moist. This one is a little bit older, and it's a little bit more mealy tasting, but in the freezer, if you cook it just like your other mushrooms, then throw it in the freezer, you can get a quality meal for 2 or 3 months after that.
Guilty as charged. He's got mushroom on his lip.
We aren't the only ones out looking for mushrooms. This guy is caught in the act with the mushroom on the side of his face. For you deer hunters out there, it's also a great time to do a little bit of pre-season scouting.
Let it just happen.
We even saw a few that we jumped up as we were easing our way through the woods.
But here's where you use your forest skills. The sun is right here. If I go like this, and I put the sun right there, I head back. It's called a back azimuth, 180 degrees.
It's such a great idea to take the younger generation into the woods, help them develop that passion for being in the outdoors, as well as impart upon them the skills that you've picked up about how to navigate, what to look for in the woods, some signs. It's a fantastic investment in their future.
The problem is the sun keeps moving. So if you do that over 6 hours, by the time we realize, oh, let's go back. Now the sun's over there, and if I put it over my right shoulder, I'm now heading that way, as opposed to this way. But if you're always keeping track of the sun, moon, and stars, generally in about an hour and a half trip, you can get back to where you want to go. The real problem comes in on a cloudy day or cloudy night, when you have no point of reference.
So you find chicken of the woods to harvest in the kind of the shoulders, the not too hot heat of summer and not too cold of winter. So right on those shoulders, when the woods are comfortable for us, is when the moisture is right, the temperature is right. That's when you find these growing out in the wild.
Yeah, but that may not be chicken of the woods. No, it's not. No.
It's the jackpot, Dad.
What do you think?
I was not expecting to find those so coming out here.
It looks like an old stump. So that hump is that dead tree that goes off in the distance. Oh my gosh.
Chicken of the woods is one of those mushrooms that you can see from a long distance. It's part of the fun in it.
You gotta look at the underside.
So no gills or spikes, just pores. The ideal place to find them is on dead, or maybe it's a standing stump, oak and hardwood stands. This grows right on the side of old stumps, maybe falling over logs.
Trusting your senses. It's got that earthy, tasty smell.
No ants or worms in it either.
Let's pick all of it
Also,
except for this one.
You can tell the flies and everything will love it.
We continue to paint that picture that this is a healthy-to-eat mushroom.
I bet you that weighs
Yeah.
5 pounds.
Reports are that these mushrooms can go for $20 a pound. They're very difficult to grow on farms, so it's pretty much all wild harvesting.
5.5 pounds.
You can dry chicken of the woods, you can freeze it, you can keep it in your refrigerator, you can cook and preserve it that way too. Some people dry it and then grind it up into a powder. Now let's take that harvest on back to the kitchen. So some people do have a reaction to the sulfur in these mushrooms, and my son has had a reaction in the past to sulfur in actually some fireworks, a skin rash that developed. So we're gonna go ahead and do a skin scratch and rub test on him. Then he's gonna go ahead and take a bite of it, and we're gonna wait about a small bite. We're gonna wait about 45 minutes to an hour to see whether or not that has a reaction with him either. Chicken of the woods is already a pretty wet mushroom, but where these are growing, it's a pretty sandy soil. So you want to avoid getting it wet like that, but we've got to because otherwise you get a whole bunch of grit and sand in the final cook. This garlic peeler is fantastic. Look in the links in the description and you can purchase it. These mushrooms will store or keep in the fridge. Don't close the bag because you want that moisture to not build up on the bag and everything get kind of slimy. You can also store in paper bags. Bon appetit. It's amazing how much the texture is like chicken. That's good. So YouTube says that this video is perfect for your viewing habits. This is my latest upload, and over here is a playlist you might just enjoy. I hope you liked it. If you did, please click like, subscribe, share, and come on back for more.